Joe Wos. Welcome to Cartoon Academy. Thanks for tuning in. In this episode, our favorite animals from down under. We're going to visit the land down under, Australia, and we're going to draw one of my favorite animals, a kangaroo and a joey too. You only need three things to be a great cartoonist: something to draw on, something to draw with, and your imagination. Let's draw. We're going to start with the eyes. We have a circle, and then a letter C backwards. This is going to be the mama kangaroo, so we want to draw her looking down at the baby kangaroo, or Joey. Let's give some eyelashes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now for the nose. Starting from the base of the eye, come out, point, in, up, and a dash. For the tip of the nose, we add an oval. Just leave a little bit of white space as we shade that in. Now for the mouth. From the corner right here, come down, a letter V up, and then follow that. Down, up, and around for the jaw. For the inside of the mouth, draw the tongue, and then shade in the rest like that. Next, we're going to add the hair on top of the head. Just a few quick lines like that. Now the ear, we come down slightly, out, in, and add a line. There's another ear just sort of sticking right back there. Next, the cheeks, just a fuzzy sort of line like this. It comes into the neck. Now we're going to come down from the lower jaw and out. And for the back, same thing in reverse, down and out. Now we're going to add the arms and hand. We have a letter V, line out, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in. We're going to continue this line down just to the tip of the thumb. Now for the legs and feet. The legs and feet actually look like a number 2. We're going to take the base of that 2 and stretch it out. It looks like this. Round with the number 2, out, and around and in, and up slightly. Now we're going to add the tail. We're going to continue the back down, and add a line like that for the fold. Come up, around, curl, back in, and connect. Now for our pouch. A line out, down, and in, connect to the foot. Now to add the other foot, come out, around, and in, and then add a couple lines for paws. Now to add the baby kangaroo, or Joey. Start with the eyes. A circle, and a letter C backwards. We're going to make Joey looking up at Mama. 2 little dots in the eyes like that. Now for the nose, out, add that little circle, and back in. Add a dash for the corner of the mouth, and then down for the neck. A couple hairs on top of the head, down, add the ear, cheek, and right into the pouch. You can add a couple eyebrows too if you like. Now we're going to add some background. The background is a part of the setting. It is everything that is behind the character. Now there could be a forest behind the character or some plains. It could be just about anything. We're going to keep it very simple and just add some sky. A few clouds is all we need. We're going to add a little bit of ground surface, just some grass for the kangaroo to stand on. And then we put in our clouds. place them anywhere in the sky, whatever looks nice to you. Just some nice fluffy clouds. Just like that. There is your kangaroo and Joey too. Be sure to sign your name and take pride in your work. One of the most interesting and unusual animals in the whole world is the platypus. It is such a cool creature. We're going to have so much fun drawing this one. Let's begin. We're going to start with the eyes. We have a large oval like this. Right next to it is a letter C backwards. And then the pupils. Now, a platypus is a combination of a lot of different kinds of animals. For instance, it has a beak that's very similar to a duck. So we're going to start off with a duck's bill. Starting from, about a quarter of the way up on this eye, come out, down, up, and add a dash. Down, up. Then we're going to follow that line. Down, up, and around. We're going to see a little bit of the tongue just inside the mouth, like so. And then go ahead and color the rest of that in. Good. 2 lines right on top of the beak. And then eyebrows. The body of a platypus is actually a lot like an otter. So we're going to draw the body. Coming around, we got a little bit of texture to it to show that there's fur. All the way around like this and stop. Now for the front of the body, come down, around, and in. It's sort of a peanut shape. Now for the arms. Letter V, out, 1, 2, 3, and 4. In, at an elbow, and up. The other arm is right here. Out, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in. Now for the legs. Start off with sort of a number 2 shape, and then come out, and in, out, and in, out, and in. That gives us feet like a duck. And those are flippers that he uses to swim. Come in and connect, and then up slightly. The other foot is right over here. Down, there's a number 2, in, out, in, out, and in. And then again, you want to connect in between. Now for the tail. The tail looks a lot like a beaver's tail. Out, up, around, down, and in. We're going to add a thin line that goes right along all the way up to the top. And then we're going to add the texture. We're going to add a grid. Looks like a tic-tac-toe grid or maybe a waffle. Just some vertical lines and horizontal lines. Vertical lines go up and down. Horizontal lines go across. Just like that. Now we're going to add a little bit of texture to the fur. Platypus's fur is actually waterproof, which is good because they spend a lot of time in the water. Just some lines like that. Now we're going to add a second animal from Australia into our drawing. We're going to add a crocodile. We're going to start out by giving our platypus a little bit of land to stand on here. Just a quick little bit of land like that. There we go. And now for a crocodile. Let's start with the eyes. Circle. And then a slightly smaller circle. pupils in the eyes, just like that. Now for the eyebrows. Up, down, in. Up, down, back in. Let's add some bags under the eyes like this. Around and around. Now for that long snout. Those little bumps in the lines like that. Little arrow shape. Down, up, and a great big smile. Now let's add some teeth. Teeth are just the letter V over and over. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Nice crooked smile gives our crocodile a lot of personality. Now for the lower part of the mouth. Come down, out, and then back in slightly. Let's add some more teeth. Sharp teeth. Now from the top of the mouth, a little bit beyond the middle here, just draw a line down, and then you're going to color in so we can sort of see inside the mouth. I'm going to try and leave the teeth, so careful not to color over them too much. There we go. Let's add the nostril. And a dash. And another dash right there. Now we're going to come down and add the back. A couple little bumps like that. Right to the very edge of the page. Come down just a little. And then we're going to add one of the arms sort of sticking out of the water. Come out. 1, 2, 3, and back in. That little wrinkle right there. Now we're going to add some water as we make him sort of splashing, coming out of the water, hiding there. Just real quick little scribbly lines. Creates the illusion of water. And then we're going to add some texture onto our crocodile. Some scales, just some quick little letter U. Very small letter U. And a couple lines on the snout like this. There you go. There is your crocodile and platypus. Be sure to sign your name and take pride in your work. One of Australia's most adorable animals is the koala. We're going to learn how to draw a koala right now, and we're going to give him a friend as well. Let's draw. We're going to start with the eyes. The eyes are an oval. And right next to that, we draw another oval. Next, add little dots in the eyes, the pupils. Just like that. Now the nose is a triangle shape, but we're not going to have points on the ends of our triangles. We're going to sort of round them off a little bit. See? A rounded triangle. Now we're inside of that triangle. We're going to add another oval at a slight slant. And then we want to color in all around that, leaving that little bit of white space for a reflection on the nose. Go ahead and fill that all the way in. Very good. Now for the mouth. We have a letter J and a dash. Letter J backwards and a dash. And then just a little line right underneath for lower lip. For the eyebrows, 1, 2, 1, 2. On the top of the head, we're going to add a little bit of hair. It looks like this. Now we're going to draw the head, but we want to be able to show that there's a texture. Texture is how something feels when you touch it. A tree, the bark might feel very rough. Paper might feel very smooth. We want this texture to look like fur, so that if you were to touch the koala, it would feel like a soft fur. The way we create texture is with our lines. So our line is going to go sort of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to give a little bit of a fur texture to it. It looks like this. We're going to come down a little bit, back and forth. And then on this side, come all the way around, back and forth, back and forth. Keep going around and we'll stop right about there. Now we're going to add the ear. Come out, keep that texture going. Down, a little zigzag, and bring that back up. All the way in. Now for the cheeks, same thing, keep that fuzzy little texture going there. And then the inner part of the ear looks like this. A little more rounded texture to it. That makes it look a little bit softer. Now for the body, arms and legs. Starting right up here, you come down, round, keep going, around, and that's going to form the lower leg. Now for the arm, it's the same kind of shape. Out, around, and in. Now we're going to make our koala up in a tree. The koalas spend a lot of their time in eucalyptus trees because they eat eucalyptus, but they also spend a lot of time in that tree sleeping, up to 18 hours a day. So we're going to add a eucalyptus tree. We're going to start with a line right up, not quite at the top of the page, just a little bit down, right to the cheek, and then an imaginary line through to the arm, and then from the arm to the leg, and the rest of the way down off the page. Starting right at that same spot, come down, leave a little space there, down, leave a little space there, down, and leave one last space. Good. Those spaces we're going to add the other arm curled around, hugging that tree. Same thing here, curled around, hugging the tree. And this last one, we're going to add a branch, but we're going to save that for just a little bit later. We have a little line connecting the tree to the cheek to finish the body. And then we add paws. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The other ear goes right here. A line from the head to the tree, all the way around, down, zigzag, and up. And then add that inner ear right like that. Now for the top of the tree, we're going to add some foliage. Foliage is just another word for all the leaves. And we can add a little bit of texture to that too by adding some letter V's that'll look like leaves. Now let's add some texture to the tree bark. I love drawing tree bark. It's just these quick little lines like this. One of the fun things you can do is you can hide your name in the tree bark. There's my name, Joe Wos, J-O-E-W-O-S. Now right here is where we're going to add that branch. Because we're going to give him a friend. We're going to give him a little kookaburra friend. Kookaburra is a bird from Australia. We're going to start with the beak. Come out, point, in, and up to form a triangle. Now for the head, come up. We're going to add a feather texture this time. And then down, over, and up. Sort of a square or rectangular shape, isn't it? We add a little line on the beak like this to form the mouth. Now for the eye. Come out, around, in, and connect. Sort of a walnut or lemon shape to it. And then we add in a circle and then a pupil. And then I want you to color in all around the eye, just like this. Color it all the way in. Fill that in completely. Very good. Now for the wing. Wing's very simple, sort of a letter V. Now we're going to add the claws or talons, the feet that are holding onto the branch. It looks like this. Down, around, up, down, around, in. Down, around, up, down, around, and up. Now we've got to continue the branch right to the claws, and then through, out, add a letter V, and in. Add a little bit of texture to the branch too. Let's add a couple of leaves. 1, 2, maybe 3. And then the tail feather is just a letter W. We can use a W to add some feathers for the texture as well. You're all done. That is your koala and your kookaburra. Be sure to sign your name, take pride in your work. We've had a lot of fun, but now it's time to draw to a close. See you next time.